The hall falls silent. Cameras flash. Faces turn. A princess stands before her people. But this is not just another royal ceremony. Not just another speech. What you are about to hear will change how Spain sees its future queen forever. She is only 20, yet she carries centuries of monarchy on her shoulders. Some doubted her strength. Others questioned her readiness. But in that moment, when Princess Leonor of Spain accepted the gold medal of Galicia, she silenced every doubt with words carved into history. What did she say? Why did the hall tremble with emotion? And how did her voice ignite both pride and controversy in equal measure? This is the full story. The full speech. And the untold meaning behind every sentence. Princess Leonor steps forward. Dressed in a simple but elegant gown, she radiates the grace of her mother, Queen Letizia, and the quiet steel of her father, King Felipe. The medal glitters against her chest, but her eyes shine brighter. She begins, "My beloved Galicia, land of my ancestors, heart of Spain's soul. Today, I accept this honor not as your princess, but as your servant." The crowd gasps softly. A royal servant. It is not the language of thrones, crowns, and palaces. It is the language of humility, of unity, of shared destiny. And with that first line, she opens a window into her vision of monarchy, not rule, but service. Her voice carries calm strength. She continues, "This medal is not mine. It belongs to every Galician, every Spaniard who keeps alive our traditions, our values, our dreams for tomorrow." The weight of those words settles over the hall. This is not the distant, formal royalty of the past. This is a queen in waiting who speaks of belonging, not separation. But what lies behind these words? Why Galicia? Why now? To understand, we must go back. To her childhood summers spent in the region. To the whispers of history that tie Galicia not just to Spain, but to the very roots of Leonor's family line. Her father, Felipe, walked these same streets as a young heir. Her grandmother, Queen Sofia, found in Galicia a reflection of Spain's enduring spirit. And now, Leonor stands here, closing the circle, binding her youth to her nation's oldest land. But beneath the poetry lies tension. For every royal speech carries shadows. Some ask, is this authenticity, or carefully crafted performance? Is Leonor's humility her own, or scripted by advisors who know Spain's monarchy hangs by a fragile thread? She continues, "I carry with me the love of my family. My father, His Majesty the King, who has taught me that honor is found not in privilege but in responsibility. My mother, Her Majesty the Queen, who shows me every day that true strength lies in compassion." Here, the hall erupts in applause. Not just for the king and queen, but for the symbolism, a daughter who acknowledges her parents not as rulers above her, but as guides beside her. It is a new royal tone, human, relatable, tender. And then she pauses. The silence is heavy. Her next words pierce deeper. "To my generation, I say this, Spain's future is ours to build. We inherit its challenges, but also its hope. And I promise you, on this soil, before these people, I will dedicate my life to its service." This is more than a promise. It is a vow, and history will remember it as her first true declaration of leadership. But what did it mean for the monarchy's critics? For those who believe Spain should walk away from kings and crowns? Some heard her speech as pure sincerity. Others dismissed it as empty performance. Yet, whether loved or doubted, one truth could not be denied. Leonor spoke with authenticity rare among royals her age. And still, a deeper question lingers. Did Leonor's words signal not just her personal vision, but the beginning of a new era for Spain? Let us examine the structure of her speech. Each section carefully balanced: humility, family, responsibility, service, hope. It was crafted to echo timeless values, yet delivered with the freshness of youth. And yet, it was her pauses, her silences, that spoke loudest. She allowed emotion to settle in the hearts of her listeners before continuing. That patience, that restraint, was not taught, it was lived. Her speech lasted only 20 minutes. But its echoes will last for decades. After the final applause, as she embraced her parents, cameras captured something raw. Queen Letizia's eyes glistened with tears. King Felipe, usually reserved, allowed himself a rare smile of pride. In that single family moment, Spain glimpsed not just monarchy, but humanity. And so the ceremony ended. But the story began. Because the medal was more than an award. It was a symbol, a reminder that Leonor is not just a princess, but the face of Spain's future. What lies ahead for her? The pressures will grow heavier. The expectations sharper. Every word, every gesture, will be magnified. Yet, if her speech in Galicia is any measure, she has already chosen her path, one of service, humility, and love for her people. But there is still one final twist. Something that left even her closest advisors stunned. For as she prepared to leave the stage, she turned back, and with a steady voice said, "Let this medal remind us that Spain is not just a nation of the past, but of the future. And I will walk that future with you." The crowd erupted. It was not planned. It was not on the page. It was Leonor, unguarded, unfiltered, speaking from her heart. And that, more than the medal, more than the ceremony, is why her speech will be remembered. Because in that moment, Spain did not just see a princess. It saw a queen being born. The echoes of her words will linger. Through Galicia's hills, through Spain's cities, through the hearts of those who long for a leader both royal and human. And as history moves forward, one question remains: will Princess Leonor's promise hold true? Only time will tell. But for now, the gold medal of Galicia shines not just on her chest, but in the hope of her people. And that is her legacy, written in her own voice, carried by her own heart, in a speech that will never be forgotten.